Back here in the Play for the Great charity tournament here with Tyson Nash. And Tyson, obviously tonight's event, obviously huge concussion awareness, and how important is a charity event like this, but just to get concussion awareness out there?
And I think the biggest thing is that we're just now starting to know the ramifications of what a concussion can do to your kids, to an athlete, to whoever. So the more money that we can raise for awareness, to do the research that's needed. I mean, I've had 4 or 5 in my career that I know of. And so the more, like I said, the more awareness and the more money we can raise, and the more research that gets done.
Back in your day, I mean, people called it getting their bell rung. I heard that phrase a million times growing up, but with the speed of the game now, like we were talking about, how important is having charities like this, but just bringing awareness, especially to the younger generation?
A lot of people don't notice it until they're maybe in their late 50s and 60s, short-term memory loss. And, you know, I said concussions have happened several times. I probably had a few, didn't know it.
How important is a charity like this and getting people involved in knowing what's going on with concussions?
Real important. My son, who's 15 now, a couple of years ago in football, I got that phone call saying, meet us at the hospital, and a mild concussion. It's a very sobering experience for a parent. So I think it's smart and terrific that NHL and the NFL now, both especially those leagues, are really paying close attention and putting rules in place, and tonight's event is a good step in that direction.
In a sport especially like hockey, when you're talking about getting the message out, especially to younger kids today, what's the first thing that you attack with safety?
Well, I think the biggest thing is to know what you're dealing with. And, you know, if a kid gets their bell rung, you know, like you said, when we grew up, you were taught to suck it up, go out there and deal with it. And you didn't know whether you had a concussion or not, and your coach definitely had no idea. So now I think the coaches are more aware. I think parents need to be more aware of if their kid falls off their bike, the symptoms of a concussion, the headaches, the bright light, all the things that you know that you have a concussion. Obviously, the more concussions you have, the easier you can obtain them. So I think, like I said, the more you know about them, the better you prepared you are to know if your kid has one.
Kids now are just bigger, faster, stronger, whatever, and the game's gotten faster. How do you start getting that across them about the importance of, you know, getting the test for concussions?
Yeah, well, it comes all the way down from the coaching. It has to start with the coaches and the parents, and telling them how important it is and how dangerous it can be, and how aware we have to be. If you have that feeling, if you get a concussion, you need to take the time to come back and make sure that you're fully healed. It's the culture of the game. It's the culture of hockey. It's the culture of football. That toughness. You know, you see someone get hit really hard, and we're trained that you come back no matter what. And that's sort of, it's a cultural shift that needs to occur for us to start thinking long term as opposed to get them back in the game.